The Super Mario Brothers.
Hey, what's up, Koopalings? Trowbro here with my very first Let's Play. Now, I wanted this YouTube channel to be about me playing video games, but not just me going through and showing you games, but maybe giving you a little bit of context, a little bit of history, maybe talk about the developers and who made these games and why they're important. And so I figured I should start with the game that really started it all for me, and that is the original Super Mario Brothers on the NES Classic Edition. Woo! Now, I'm not playing it on my NES, playing instead on the NES Classic, little mini one, and it's a plug and play, so there's like 30 games already programmed on it, and I'm gonna be playing the original Mario right here, a black box game. That means it's a launch Nintendo game, came out like the first year that it came out, so we're gonna get started. This game came out in like 1985 and limited releases around New York. What's funny is like I can't push up and down, it doesn't do anything. You have to actually hit select, which means do I want to select which option in the menu? I'm gonna go with one player because it's just me by myself. So here we go. World 1-1, 3 Marios, and I'm on the most iconic level of all time with the most iconic music of all times. This is synonymous with video games. You say video games and people pretty much think of this. Give me my mushroom. Now I'm a Super Mario. Super Mario. All right, here we go. Goombas. These are nice little bad guys. They come up to you and you find out that you can jump and you can flatten them. I believe the manual says that they are bad mushrooms. Very bad mushrooms. I'm of the school of thought that there is no such thing as a good mushroom. They're all bad to me. I'm not alone in that opinion, but I know there's many people that are mushroom apologists, and they make apologies and make excuses for mushrooms, and I'm not like that. So, 1-1 is in the bag. That's it. That was it. And it took me like 29 seconds because I took that shortcut. Now, I remember when I first played this game, it was mind-blowing. Woo, yay me! Because before this I had an Atari 2600, and most video games were single screen. There'd be one screen, that, like right now, and then just be Mario, not Mario, but, well, maybe if it's Donkey Kong, yeah. He would go up those girders to the very top, and that was it. Or Pac-Man, he just goes around those little bitty like turns and eats pellets, and that's it. But Mario, I could scroll, I could go from left to right. And as a kid, it was like, oh, I can't believe it. Now you would think, Mr. Trowbridge, Trowbro, why are you getting all these coins? Well, if I get 100 of them, I get an extra Mario. And even though it's easy right now, and I can beat a level in 19 seconds, some of the later levels are not so easy, and I will need as many Marios as I can get. I mean, I hope I don't need any of them. Oh wait, there's a secret around here that you guys will like. I will show you. It's probably not a glitch. I think I went too far. I did. That's okay. So you can get stuck between the brick and the edge of the level, and then go up to the top, and you can get a better look at your score. See, I'm stuck. It's always a fun secret, and then I can come up here. Look, I'm with my score. This is Mario. You know what's really funny? Every time I text the word Mario, it'll capitalize it. Just like that. I wonder if that's intentional. Alright, look at those bad guys, those PD piranhas. Feed me, Seymour! Feed me, Seymour! That's a little shop of horrors. It's a musical. And a movie. Now I could continue up here and go to the warp pipes, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to give you a full tour of the Mushroom Kingdom, World 1 all the way to World 8. Alright. Halfway done with World 1. There's 4 levels in each world. I should point out that this music is by Koji Kondo. He's the composer for the Mario's games. The Mario's games. Yes. All the Mario games. He also did The Legend of Zelda. So da-da-da-da-da-da. And you keep both hands on this controller. You know, some people would call it paddles, like the, you know, what you'd spank somebody with, a paddle. My game paddle. I never understood those people. It's a controller. People hold the controller different too. I play standard. I think this is the way you're supposed to play it, where your thumb is always on B, and then you use the other one to do jump. So I kind of rock my thumb back and forth. Some people will play it like a arcade and use 2 fingers. That's not me. If I had the NES Advantage, which was like a little arcade controller, then I could understand playing with each finger, but this is an arcade controller. It's a revolutionary controller is what it is. this video game controller like changed video games because it had a D-pad and I could move my character in like this 3D space. The only downside is there is no backward scrolling yet. It comes, but not yet. I can't go backwards. I can only go forward, which is maybe a great metaphor in life. You know, always look ahead to the future of World 1-4, where I'm going to hopefully fight Bowser, or is it? Dun dun dun. All right, there's a fire flower in there, and I don't care about it because I already have it. Now let's say you did care. Why would you care? Why would you care? Well, up there where I showed you the score was, you could try to get a high one of those. And what would be the point? Well, you could send a picture of it to Nintendo Power, which is a magazine back in the day, and if it was high enough, they'd publish it, and you could compete with people. It's kind of like maybe message boards at the time. Like, who's the best gamer? Who's the best Mario player? I didn't get Nintendo Power enough to justify ever mailing them. I don't even think as a kid I really knew how to mail a letter. Or if I even asked my dad, can I have a stamp?
Thank you, Mario! But our princess is in another castle.
Thank you, Toad.
Oh, thank you, Toad. You're so nice. Take care. All right. World 2, here we go. I'm so enthusiastic.
You know, this kingdom is pretty sparse. King Koopa, I think the story is came, he's kidnapped the princess, and I believe he has turned all the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom into bricks. So every time I bust a brick, I'm actually killing a citizen. They give me this, and it makes me want to run and kill a bunch of people, but then I want to see if there's any secrets. And they hide secrets in these bricks, like vines. So the only way to find out if there's a secret is to, you know, accidentally or purposely kill a bunch of people. Oh, alright, look at this.
I got extra Mario! Yay! If I die later on in the game, I won't feel so bad.
So I love that they kind of tells you, hey, jump off right here. I'm not sure if I would have jumped off like to the left or right, if it would have mattered. Each one of these bricks has 10 coins. So if you're fast enough, you get all 10. I like in the new Marios, I can just ground pound. I go dong and with my butt go ding 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 ding. It's like a slot machine. I think our brain really likes those sounds. That's why you go to like casinos and that's all you hear is those sounds just release like endorphins in your brain, and your brain's like, I love those sounds. Maybe that's why Mario was so successful, is because of those coins. Diddly ding ding, diddly ding ding, diddly ding ding. I mean, that maybe had something to do with it. But the side-scrolling and the physics of Mario. Mario has physics. I remember the very first time I played Mario was in like the Christmas of 87. There it was, 1987. My dad got me it. It was just me and my dad. My parents were divorced, so my dad got me an NES, and we played it Christmas morning, and we couldn't get past like the third warp pipe because we didn't understand that you have to actually like hold the jump button. If I just tap jump, Mario goes up a little bit, but if you hold jump, he goes up higher. And when you run and then you stop abruptly, like you hit the other side of the D-pad, Mario he slides. He like jerks and goes to the side. I'll show you like the next world. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the running physics in the water world. I can tell you about the water physics. They're interesting because I guess they were having trouble like programming this, and so they called for some help from a guy named Satoru Iwata, who made the game, or helped make the game Balloon Fight, which is on the NES Classic Edition, which you can play. And as you play it, you'll be like, hey, this is kind of like Mario underwater. Those coins are not worth it. Oh, maybe they are. That Cheep moved on. I can use all the extra men. So Satoru Iwata helped program the underwater parts, so that's why it feels different. And he later would go on to become the president of Nintendo and help create the GameCube and the Wii and a bunch of other things. The DS. I mean, the Wii and the DS are super influential, kind of changed video games like touchscreen and then motion controls. Now, the fireworks pop up, I think based on the time. The last digit in the time, depending on what it is, will determine if something is happening. Like if fireworks happen. I think if it's like a 1, like 1 firework goes off, and then I think if it ends on a 6, it's a bunch of fireworks. Oof. Oh, cheeps everywhere. Kind of reminds me when you go to like those places where it allows you to feed the fish. And there's like those little coin machines, and you can get like 25 cents worth of fish food, and you drop it in there, and there's like just all these koi or bass or carp. They're all jumping out. Feed me! 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 No, I will not feed you, because they want to eat me. Okay, 9, 8, 7, okay. Man, the time goes fast. I'm gonna get right on 7. Or maybe it's 6. I said 6, didn't I? Alright, we'll do 6 on 3-1. 3-1, we're gonna try it. See if I can get some fireworks. Yay! As I go into the third level, it's always a really big castle, and then I've always interpreted this as the inside of that castle. Now what's interesting about like the power-ups in the original Mario is like, if I get hit, like let's say I run into this fire thing, I go back to being normal Mario. Like in the newer Mario games, you turn into Super Mario, so you get kind of like 3 chances. This, no. This game is brutal. It will destroy you. I think a large part of that is just because games back then were usually also arcade games, and arcade games were designed to take your money. I remember listening to one of the developers from Rare, and they made this arcade game.
Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle.
Oh boy. And so he was talking about how like one of the bosses they designed, you couldn't even hurt it like until like a minute into the battle. So you were like just unloading on this boss, and it wasn't actually doing any damage in the game. But I mean, as a kid you didn't know that. But it was just designed to suck your quarters up. So when they would port games like that to the console, you'd be so excited that this game exists, but it'd still be hard because it was designed to take your money. And if there were no like continues, you basically would just have to sit here and keep playing the same game over and over again until you got good at it. You like muscle memory. Now, tell me, does that not look like Mario? It's a Mario. I think it's always looked like Mario to me. Wait, I wonder if there's any secrets up here. No, you can't go that way. Watch this, I can run across this. Whee! That'd be cool if I went down and it came out. Oh well. Whee, whee! Done. Bye, Goombas. Now, World 3-1. Oh, crud, I hate those guys. Those are the Hammer Brothers. At least that's what I've always called them. Maybe they have a fancy name. The Hammer Brothers. They're like Ninja Turtles, but with hammers. Now, in the new Mario games, if you hit a turtle, and you go and it hits a bunch of other guys, you can get like 1-ups that way. Not so in this. I'm not even going to mess with these guys, because I don't really want to lose my firepower, because like I said, now right here, you're supposed to be able to get 100 lives. I've never been able to in my entire life. It always just goes through me like you just saw. Alright, 6. Alright, 1, 4, 6. Let's see if I get some fireworks. Come on. Yay, see, I told you. So I know 1 and 6. I can't remember if there's any other times. Maybe it's like a 8? I don't know. No, we tried 8. No, we tried 7. Guess we could sit here and try to do all the times to find out what it says. I also should point out that it's nighttime. Isn't that nice? I like it that the clouds are out. It must be a moonlit night. I like all these Q-tips. If Mario needs to clean out his ears, he can just go over and grab a tree branch. I need a star. Give me a star. Yeah! I am invincible right now. New Mario games, if you run into enough, you get an extra mint too. I think after like 10 bad guys. What? I was robbed! This isn't good. This is not good. Whee, Mario! I'm not dead, so count my blessings. I'm not dead. I'm up for a challenge, that's fine. But going into 3-4, I'm definitely going to want that fire flower. because I want to shoot Bowser from afar. Now, I've always kind of been curious of what I'm standing on right now. I mean, you would think brown, green, it's obvious that it's a tree, but I've never ran on top of trees like this. I've never seen trees have flat tops. I guess they could probably make a great Naruto game like this. Me just running through trees. Woo! I was scared. Scared for my life. And I think the red ones, they turn around. If it was a green one, he'd keep going. Goodbye, bud. I feel a little bad. Now, I've always thought these girders right here that I'm standing on are a throwback to Mario's very first appearance, which is Donkey Kong. And I think Donkey Kong has the greatest arcade art, in my opinion. It's like this really great blue cabinet, and if I was ever going to own a cabinet, that'd be the first one I'd want to own. Beggars can't be choosers, though. Somebody's just giving out cabinets. I would be happy. But Donkey Kong is my favorite. Alright. Give me a fire flower. Now, these games right here were all about timing. Timing and flow, a rhythm, and you should see people like just run through these. Like, that's how I would do it as a kid. I would just like breeze through all these. I knew the rhythm. And I did feel sometimes like these fireballs, like, I always felt like they're supposed to be on like a timer. But then every time I would jump, it would wait. It's like the fireball was waiting for me just now. Do you see that? It went, and then I jumped right after thinking, oh, okay, it's not gonna go for a while. And then, no, we're gonna go right now and try to kill you. I have a friend, Todd, who would say that would be cheating circuits. Woo, woo, cheating circuits! I think the cheating circuits aren't in the NES itself, but they're in this little bitty chip right here. That's where the cheating circuits are. So whenever the game is unfair, cheating circuits. World 4-1. Alright, now, if I was to go through that warp pipe that we saw earlier, you could go to World 2, World 3, or World 4. And if you had never played a Mario game, and you were magically teleported to this level right here, and you came to this cloud-bearing guy throwing these spiny guys, and you try to jump on them, and you realize, no, you cannot jump on somebody with spikes. You would be like, what is going on? This is so hard. He's relentless. He never stops throwing them. This is the devil's work. And you would be right. It would be crazy. But I fought Lakitu in the past, and I've come out triumphant. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, that doesn't kill him. I think it kills regular dudes. Now, what's great is in... Oh, I feel like you could turn around a little bit faster in the new Mario games. I've been playing a lot of Mario Maker 2, so I'm maybe a little rusty. But the newer ones, you can jump in that cloud and drive it around and discover new secrets. Woo! Oh, I was hoping for 226. Fiddlesticks. I used to live at 266 John Street. It's funny how you never forget like your childhood address. Oh, I almost killed myself. That was scary. Alright, now notice that little bitty one pillar. We never got the real Mario Brothers 2 because it's too hard. And the reason why is because it's basically a game made of those little bitty one square jumps, and it was insanely hard. What we got instead, though, because you're like Mr. Trowbridge or Trowbro, we did get Mario Brothers 2. I even played it. You could play as Peach or... I need a mushroom fast. Alright, nothing in that one. And that was Mario 2. But in Japan, they released a Mario 2, but it was not that game. And since Mario was a Japanese game, they got the real Mario 2. And it was very hard. It was all single square jumps, and you had to be like perfect. They were like, oh, you think you know Mario? Think again! And then they would destroy you. Okay, I need that. And we would eventually see Mario 2, but not until Super Nintendo. Oh, I should say that the Mario 2 we did get was a reskin of a Japanese game called Doki Doki Panic. So they took this game called Doki Doki Panic, reskinned it as Mario 2, and then shipped it to the United States. because they thought we could handle Doki Doki Panic. We could not handle the Japanese Mario 2, and maybe they were right. Who am I to say? Maybe I'll do a Let's Play of Mario 2 someday. I think I have it. Do I have it on the Super NES Classic? I don't know. I definitely have it on my Super Nintendo, but I don't have the HDMI adapter yet. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how this YouTube thing goes. Who knows what the future holds. I did not run fast enough. Oh well. Okay. That's how it is. I died. Huh. I feel a little cheated because I felt like I ran. That's alright. It's the physics of Mario. I should have killed these guys. And then ran! And then ran again because I had so much momentum. Woo! That's alright. I was hoping for a no-death playthrough, but that's alright. YOLO, right? What was I saying? So Doki Doki Panic. We get a different Mario 2, but eventually it comes out on the Super Nintendo, and I think it's really the first example of a remastered edition. Nintendo decides for the Super Nintendo they are going to release the original Mario Brothers, Mario 2, the US version, and Mario 3 as Super Nintendo games. And so they redid all the graphics. Instead of going 8-bit like this is, they go 16-bit. So, looks really good, but they also redid... They also did their Mario 2. So you get 4 Mario games. Mario 1, the USA Mario 2, the Japanese Mario 2, Mario Brothers 3. Woo! All done in 16-bit. It looked good. Played good. I will say it's a little weird playing like playing this, but with like 16-bit graphics. It felt weird. So I think I'd rather play the actual 8-bit version. But as a kid, like a lot of times you would sell your old system to get the new system, so you might not have the original Mario or Mario 2 or Mario 3 anymore. Oh great. There's a bunch of fire and I have no fire to shoot Bowser with. Woo! YOLO! Bowser! I don't know what that was. It's probably a Spiny, because we fought Spinies for the first time.
Thank you, Mario! But our princess is in another castle.
Thanks, Toad. Oh, thank you, Toad. You're so nice. All right, I am now halfway through the original Super Mario Brothers, and I think I'm going to call it, and I'm going to finish it in another Let's Play, because I don't want these videos to get too long. So, Koopalings, I want you to like and subscribe, and come back and see if I can beat Mario. It gets a little challenging from here on forward, here on out. All right, so enjoy. I'll see you later.
The Super Mario Brothers.